It's the Brad and John Show.
It is the Brad and John Show. This is the C Block, the Charlie Block. Today's date is the 19th of November, and I am still vertical. I haven't gone horizontal yet, so that's good, John. Okay, lots of stuff to cover. First off, you with me? You there, John?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I'm here, Brad. Can you hear me?
Yes. Compliment from a radio guy that I have respect for, who listened to you and I. And his compliment was, it's a political talk show that's actually fun to listen to. That's what he said.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you.
As opposed to some of the dry, boring stuff on other stations. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the software. It appears to be working okay. I'm using a company called Air, which used to be called Playout One, which is headquartered in London, England. And a couple of months ago, they came out with some new updated software, which we use on the station here. And quite honestly, it absolutely positively failed. I put it in one day, and literally the station came apart at the seams, and it just didn't work. And I know the CEO of the company, and I'm not trying to brag, but this is a guy, very respected broadcaster in London, of all places. And I told him, I said, it doesn't work. And he admitted there were flaws in it. So yesterday, I get a email from the CEO saying, Brad, we're going to have the updated software roll out soon. Just thought you'd want to know. And I replied back, David, when? And his reply was one word, now. So I went, and sure enough, I checked the new version of the software. I put it in yesterday, had to do a lot of tweaking, and it is working well. So I appreciate the fact. Now, some people may be going, why are you using a company out of London? Okay. What's interesting about it was I'm probably the first guy in the St. Louis area, the first broadcast that used this stuff. There's probably 10 stations using this software right now, and it's really good stuff. And to the point where would I rather be using American software? Yes, but these guys got it going on right now, and they're the big boys, and it's relatively inexpensive, and the service on it is incredible. So that's very complimentary. Okay, moving on. The Catherine Hanaway story. I find this interesting. John, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, Sheriff Alfred Montgomery is what you're saying.
Yes. And the story was it last week that we had Catherine on? Wasn't it last week or was it the week before?
It was last Tuesday, I believe.
Okay. She said that the state trial was starting essentially yesterday. She said it was coming up next week. I think she actually gave the date. It was supposed to be Tuesday.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And the bizarre story is they had to postpone the trial because he's in jail with the feds, and the feds wouldn't let him out. Explain that to me, John. Is there an explanation you can give to that?
I don't know. Excuse me, but either the Post-Dispatch or the Business Journal headline, I don't have them in front of me at my fingertips, but one of them made a reference to that, and I didn't read the story, but I thought, wait a minute. They can't, let him out for the trial?
Yes. I thought to myself, okay, he's in a federal cell, and they say hundreds of miles away. We talked about this, that they put a lot of the Fed prisoners out in Warren County or down, a lot of the ICE people end up down in St. Genevieve County. Why isn't it that the feds can talk to the state and say, hey, or the state would talk to the feds and say, hey, that guy we got that's in your jail under federal charges, he's got a state trial, which is going to be in the 18th of November. We need to come pick him up that morning, or maybe bring him in on Monday night and put him in a hotel room, and because he's going to be starting on trial on Tuesday. Don't you think that somebody could have made that call, John?
Yeah, you would think so. And certainly Catherine has deep connections to folks on the federal side.
Right.
I'm surprised that didn't happen.
Here I go. I know you're always going to, here I go again. But it's to the point where it's like, this is an example of interagency non-cooperation. You know what I'm saying, John?
Yeah, I do get it. And unless there's a real incentive for different levels of government or different branches of government to get along, well, then there's no incentive for them to get along.
Right. It's like the classic movie. You see the very first Die Hard. Here we go again. I'm going to say, John, have you ever seen the movie?
Ask me for the second time this month if I've seen Die Hard.
And you haven't seen it, correct?
Correct.
Okay. There's a part in Die Hard when, and this is actually kind of funny, when the LA police are handling the incident at Takajomi Plaza, whatever the hell it is, where Bruce Willis is trying to take on Hans and get the nasty guys out of the tower before they blow it up. Okay, and things are going fairly well until the feds arrive, and the feds take over. And then it takes a terrible turn where a bunch of Fed guys get blown up in a helicopter. You have to watch the movie. No, I'm not. There's no spoiler alert because only John Combest on the planet Earth.
Yeah, I think most other people have seen it. Keep going, Brad.
Has seen Die Hard. Okay, and it's done in a somewhat tongue-in-cheek method of like, okay, the feds are here and they're taking control. And the guy gets out of his car. Yeah, we're for the FBI and we're taking control of this incident. And it goes sideways from that point. Okay. And I have been in my situation in my younger years working for the police department, dealing with this many, many times. I can remember an incident where we had in our venue, we had a high-speed chase going on. And there is a channel, I don't know if they still use it or not, called Point to Point. And essentially it was a channel where all the dispatchers from all over the area can talk directly back and forth. It's like it's like almost like a CB kind of thing. You get on this one channel.
Okay, I see.
And you can say, hey, Maryland Heights Police, this is Ferguson Police. We've got a guy heading your way, that kind of a thing. And the Ferguson Police say, okay, we'll be out on the lookout.
R54, where are you?
Right, okay. We had a high-speed chase go through our venue. And I contacted on Point to Point the Illinois State Police dispatcher, and he said to me, do you have the license number? You know, and once again, my guys hadn't gotten close enough to see the license plate. Okay. I said, no, I do not. He says, then we will not do anything about it. Thanks for your call. I'm going like, okay, so you need the license number for, and once again, it's crazy, weird stuff like that. Talk to anybody in public, you know, in police work. They'll tell you 42 different stories the same way. You know why one agency won't deal with another agency. And this one caught my attention because, okay, it wasn't like all of a sudden they decided, hey, on Monday night, let's start the trial tomorrow morning. You know what I'm saying, John? It's like,
yeah, I get exactly what you're saying.
They knew about this a week ahead of time. So supposedly he's going to show up today. And I'm going like, okay, whatever. Man, I don't know. Stuff like this just drives me nuts. You read this kind of stuff, but you know what? What I need to do is I was turned on to this woman by the name of, and you're going to laugh at me when I tell you.
Yeah. And you know, she was super popular over the summer, and I'm guessing boomers have gone on to her. Her last name is Robbins.
Yes, Mel Robbins.
Yeah, and what's her catchphrase, Brad, that I say to you all the time?
Let them.
Yeah, like, so let people be mad, let them be angry. Explain the concept, Brad. I'm glad that it's filtered down to your lowest common denominator boomer level of public consciousness now.
Essentially, just like I guess it would be probably the easiest way to put it in, like maybe a little low-level vernacular. You just don't give a poop. You know what I'm saying? You just go, eh.
Yeah. You're a big fan of that word for some reason. And in general, Brad, it's what I tell you when you get, for example, when a friend of yours has a boyfriend who posts crazy stuff on Facebook, and you ask me for my suggestion of what to do, and you want to come in riding in on a horse as a white knight and say, I think those posts are problematic. And I remind you to just let the guy be a grown man and post stuff on Facebook and stop trying to be a beta cuck white knight and be a hero to your female friend.
But
in other words, Brad, let them.
Yeah, I get it, John, but to a certain extent, if
we're not redoing that story. People heard it 2 weeks ago. We're not doing that story. You were praising this Robbins lady, and now that it's finally filtered down to your level of intelligence, you are familiar with this woman. Is there like a boomer meme going around or something about her?
No. The interesting thing is, I think it's sad because of the fact that on many different levels, if you see, here's the difference between John and I. Okay, John, I'm going to ask you a question. I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask the question just everybody knows. In your life, how many
0.0?
How many times has John called 911?
0.0.
Okay.
And Brad, you call 911, and the reason why you call 911, first of all, is, gosh, people are so tired of hearing this, Brad. All we do is tell the same stories over and over again. And I listened to this Kill the BS show when I would turn it off in 2021 and 2022, and now I'm falling into the same trap. Brad, you call 911 mostly out of a sense of duty, and also because one time you had someone call you or you talked to someone who worked in the office and she thanked you. I just want to thank you for calling 911. You live for random pats on the head.
No, I don't.
You don't respect compliments from people you work with. A compliment from Shelley Barr means nothing to you. 2 years of service from John Combest doesn't get a thanks, and you don't appreciate it at all.
John?
But a random person that's a phone dispatcher can say, thank you for calling 911, and it makes your day.
John, thank you for all the stuff you do. I gave you a compliment this morning. My radio buddy said we do a good job with the show. Didn't you hear that?
Yeah, he said we. That's not a John compliment, but thank you. Anyway, Brad, yes. Okay, you were proving what a great Samaritan you are and how often you bug 911 people. Excuse me, I just want to call. There's a muffler on the phone. And by the way, this is the 10th time. Can you stamp my card and send me a plastic do-gooder hat?
Hold it. I just got a text from my radio buddy. He says, Brad, you suck. John's great. Okay, there you go.
Oh, there you go, Brad. Brad, do you know what tomorrow is? That's a leading question.
Isn't our anniversary or something like that?
Yeah, it's our 2-year anniversary of doing this show, Brad.
So it goes into year number 3 tomorrow? Is that right? We're third season?
Yeah, we've done 2 years. A normal person would say we've done 2 years, yeah.
God, and everybody said it wouldn't last, you know?
Yeah, I said it wouldn't last.
Okay, one last thing to talk about, and you will find this funny, okay? I can't be too specific, and I have to be very evasive when I talk about this, because if I give too many specifics, someone may figure out who I'm talking about, and it could backfire.
Yeah, hey,
to
listen,
them.
we've already outed Cindy Cristofanelli once this month.
It's not Cindy Cristofanelli.
Okay, go ahead, Brad.
A friend.
Are we really talking about this guy again?
No. This is totally different. A friend of mine has a family member who is in college, and they are going to a particular university, and they are trying to set up internships. And I got to be real careful about this, because people might, put one and one together and get two on this. Okay, so this particular internship would be a political internship. Okay, and the person that they have been referred to have their family member enter into a political internship.
I said, are we really going to give this guy any additional time, Brad?
Is Michael Burton. Hello?
Yeah, that's why I've said twice, are we really going to give this guy any additional time?
But how did you know I was going with Michael Burton? I haven't told you
Brad,
this.
Are you not the most predictable dead horse man on radio today?
And the answer that I gave this person was, yeah, I know a little bit more about Michael Burton than I should know. That's the sense. And it was sort of funny because and this person said, how do you know this person? I go, you don't want to know.
Well, just they could Google, Brad.
Right. And I told him, I said, I will send you links to the show, and you can listen to what happened with this, or you can go on. I think I sent this person a newspaper article or something. I don't know, an artist, something like that, of the whole Michael Burton, John Bosch thing. But I thought it was funny. It was one of those crazy things. It's like, it's a small world. You know what I'm saying?
It's a small world after all, Brad.
Right. It's a small world. And it comes down to the Kevin Bacon thing. It's all 6 degrees of separation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the guy that's one day going to take your gallbladder out in an emergency surgery today probably once fixed your finger when you cut it off after the Brad and John show. I took a Makita, 18 volt. I mean, it had 2 18-volt batteries in it. I cut my finger off.
John, that's one of my prized possessions, is my Makita 36-volt
I know.
framing
It's
saw.
amazing that the debt collection company hasn't got it yet. Do you think in a month when me and your kids go through all the belongings, do you think Brett's going to get that? I mean, your daughter clearly doesn't want to have anything to do with anything you've touched.
Right.
But do you think that Brett will want that? Or do you think I don't know, I'm getting the station. Who do you think will get the chainsaw?
Are you talking about when I die because of my gallbladder exploding? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I meant it was probably going to be your prostate.
My prostate. Okay, one of the two. You don't think I'm going to make it till the end of the year?
It doesn't look so good, Brad. I mean, I still think there's time for you to buy 3 more domains. Agnes was telling me that you need to purchase more domains because you need 107 write-offs and you're only at 100 this year.
Agnes doesn't talk to me anymore.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I wonder why.
She's mad at me. So
do you not take good advice from Agnes too? Tell her she's in a good club of people.
John, You
But I
know,
can't wait to celebrate our 2-year anniversary tomorrow. I hope this was a good evening. I hope this was a good anniversary eve for you.
John, you know what I did? I did move my 36 volt Makita framing saw into the studio here, and I think I may cut off 2 fingers after I get off the air this morning. And
Final compliment to you before we go. I texted you a couple times during the show, and I did not hear your loud, annoying boomer phone alert. So congratulations to you, Brad.
well, you know what's funny? I'm looking at this and I don't see that you did text me. Did you text me
Yeah,
direct?
me and you and a certain someone who you used to co-host a show with have been texting with you. But knowing you, Brad, we're probably going to get an error message that says this site has been disabled. And I'll message you and say, and you'll say, I'm switching domains. I don't know.
I was. I see, John. You don't believe me. I've been with one
How
company.
often do you switch domains, Brad?
John, it's interesting you mentioned that. I've done it twice this week. I was with a company in Atlanta from like late 90s, and the company was excellent until the crazy thing. They had people on staff. It was a hosting company. Actually, they didn't do too much hosting. They did like a lot of high end stuff. A big data center in Atlanta. Okay, my son turned me on to it, and
Yeah, come on.
they were excellent until COVID, because they had people on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. At 3 o'clock in the morning, if you had a problem with the domain, you could literally send them a message, and within like 30 seconds, they would respond.
That story went a different direction. I could have swore you were going to say the Hoffmans bought them.
No. So after the 9/11 or after the COVID thing, they had all these things. We're limiting our staff. We're only going to have live people
they
on
said
during
it
the
like
day.
dummies, too.
Okay, and the other problem was they stopped updating the WordPress stuff. So I have, and funny you
That's a
should bring
big
this
deal.
up.
I'll tell you that. That's a big
Okay,
deal.
but they are no longer doing WordPress supported sites. They've gone more to high-end data stuff like that. So slowly but surely, over the past year, I've been moving my websites from my old hosting company to a new hosting company. And the problem is some of them go very well, some of them don't. Some of them
Tech Talk with Brad. And I'm sure that when you have 23 domains for which you haven't logged in the last 7 years, it's hard to remember what they all are and how to move them over, right?
John, 23 domains. I have one hosting account right now that has 25 domains on it, and they're
very nice.
and they're
Brad.
all active. And then I have my old hosting company, which I still have 15 domains on. Plus, I have a secondary site on my new domain company where I have 4 on those. So I guess all right now I'm over.
I know. Every time I go to rentmefораday.com or buyapieceofcrap.com, I'm reminded of those domains, Brad.
John, I'm gonna leave by saying, you know what? I had no idea the show would last as long as it did. And I will tell you this, John, 2 years, I've had a blast with you. You've been great. And for being a non-radio guy, you have done an excellent job.
Oh, Brad, thank you. I appreciate the first compliment in 2 years, Brad, and I hold it close to my heart.